बिहारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन वल्लभा जय यशोदा नंदना जय ब्रज जन रंजना जय यशोदा नंदना जय ब्रज जन रंजना जय यशोदा नंदना जय ब्रज जन रंजना जय यमुना तीर वनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय कुंज बिहारी यमुना तीर वनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय यमुना तीर वनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय कुंज बिहारी यमुना तीर वनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी कुंज बिहारी जयो राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज जय श्री कृष्ण जय राधा प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्री वासादि गौरा भक्ता Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Prabhupada, 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 Jayo, Jayo Prabhupada. Jai Om Vishnupada, Paramahamsa Parivajatacharya, Ashto Shakti His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Adant Ko Shri Vaishnav Vrind ki jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai, Grantara Shrimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, I would like to welcome you all for our today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. We are reading from Canto 4th, entitled as The Creation of the Fourth Order. And we are reading from our today's new chapter, which is chapter number 11, entitled as Swambhuva Manu advises Dhruva Maharaj to stop fighting. Text number 1. Does everybody have access to it? Otherwise, somebody can display on the TV screen if it's possible. Maitreya Vacha Nishamya Gadatam Evam Rishinam Dhanushi Dhruvaha Samdadhe Astram Upashprishya Yan Narayana Nirmita Maitreya Vacha Nishamya Gadatam Evam Rishinam Dhanushi Dhruvaha Sandhate Astram Upasprishya Yan Narayana Nirmita Maitreya Vacha Ishamya Gadatam Evam Rishinam Dhanushi Dhruvaha Sandhate Astram Upasprishya Yan Narayana Nirmita. Please. Maitreya Vacha Nishamya Gadatam Evam Vishinam Dhanushi Dhruvaha Dadesh Astram Upasprashya Yan Narayana Nirmitam. Maitreya Vacha Nishamya Gadatam Evam Vishinam Dhanushi Dhruvaha Sandhate Astram Upasprishya Yan Narayana Nirmitam.
Maitreya Vacha
Nishamya
Gadatam Evam Vishinam Dhanushi Dhruvaha Sandhate Astram Upasprishya Yan Narayana Nirmitam.
Maitreya
Vacha
Gadatam Evam
Nishamya Gadatam Evam Nishinam Rishi Dhruvaha
Patrisya
Dute Astramasvashya Word to word meaning Maitreya Vacha. The sage Maitreya continued to speak.
The sage Maitreya continues to speak.
Nishamya,
Nishamya,
having heard. Gaditam, the words. Evam, thus. Rishinam, of the sages.
the sage
Dhanushi, upon his bow.
upon
Dhruvaha, Dhruva Maharaj.
his
Sandade, fixed. Astram, an arrow. Pasprisha, after touching water. Yad, that which. Narayana, by Narayana. Nirmitam, was made. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Sri Maitreya said, My dear Vidura, when Dhruva Maharaj heard the encouraging words of the great sages, he performed the Achmana by touching water and then took up his arrow made by Lord Narayana and fixed it upon his bow. Purport. Dhruva Maharaj was given a specific arrow made by Lord Narayana himself, and he now fixed it upon his bow to finish the illusory atmosphere created by the Yakshas. As it is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Mam eva ye prapadyante mayam etam tarantite. Without Narayana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, no one is able to overcome the action of the illusory energy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has also given us a nice weapon for this age. As stated in the Bhagavatam, Sango Pangashtra. In this age, the Narayana Astra, or weapon to drive away Maya, is the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra in pursuance of the associates of Lord Chaitanya, such as Advaita Prabhu, Nityananda, Gadadhar, and Srivas. Omajnanatimidandasya Dhyananjanashalakaya Chakshunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namostate तप्त कांचना गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वभानु सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि प्रिये नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण कृष्णाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांता स्वामी नित्यामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पश्चाति देशतारिणी जयो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधार शिवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे So here the pastime of Dhruva Maharaj is continuing. Still, he's on the battlefield. He's fighting against the Yakshas. Do you think, are we not on the battlefield? Yes, we are also on the battlefield. As you can see that the Dhruva Maharaj, he's been attacked by the illusory power, or you can say the mystic power of the Yakshas. Because Yakshas, they tried everything to stop Dhruva Maharaj. But he was so bold, he was so fearless that he defeated all their attempts, whatever they did against him. But now they are going next level, which is they are trying to do a magic trick against him. They are just, creating a false illusion in front of you. Everything is going on there. And now he was, just because, first of all, he's a pure devotee of the Lord. Okay. He was always fearless. You can see at the age of 5, he went to the forest. We are 40 years old, 45 years old. In the night, we are afraid to go to Walmart in our car. But you can see the age of this boy here, 5 years. he straight away went to the forest because after night, after 5 o'clock, it's completely dark. And he was nothing about, he was no worried about of his meal, how he's going to get his food, where he's going to sleep. He was a prince. He was grown up in such a very royal way. You know, you have plenty of servants, you have plenty. He just has to open his mouth, everything is available. But he didn't care because he has one highest purpose to achieve. Where there is gain, you have to lose something. So he lost because he want to show his stepmother, his father, and the whole world that he's in his Kshatriya blood. Because that is the power, that is the glories of the Kshatriya. Once they determined, they do it by any means. They never look back. So Srila Prabhupada and all the acharyas always says, we also have a Kshatriya spirit in our devotional services also. Because once we vowed, once we are tied up with the spiritual master in the process of this Vaishnava Sampradaya, so we have to be strongly determined not to look back. Either we're going to win, either we're going to die, but we will not make a U-turn. So that is the beauty here. So Dhruva Maharaj, he was completely in illusion as part of his pastime. So guess what? First of all, in the previous verse, if we see that yesterday's verse, the sages came on the battlefield. What they are doing on the battlefield? You know, first of all, it's a battlefield. It's a fight against the Kshatriyas. So where does these sages come from? You know, what they're going to do in the battlefield? Because they are completely surrendered to the Lord, and they are Brahmanas, they are sannyasis, or some of them are grastas, but they are not professional fighters like them. But whenever a devotee is in an illusion, somehow Krishna arranges to send his messenger, either within the heart or by some arrangement. Dhruva Maharaj was also like that. Okay, he was perfect fighter. He did everything possible, but now Krishna sent his devotees. And as soon as they gave, what did they do? They said, do not fear, my child. You are completely under the protection of the Supreme Lord. All you have to do, just chant the holy name of the Lord, and all illusory energy will go away. And that is the solution to all of us in our life. Okay, we are also attacked by so many illusory things, not being fully realized ourselves. First of all, when we say self-realized, what do you mean by self-realization? What's the definition you know so far? Is the dark? That's good. Yeah, one of that. Anybody else?
We are not the body, we are spirit.
We are not the body, we are spirit soul. That's pretty good.
We are part and parcel of Krishna,
That's it. Yes.
and our constitutional question is to serve him.
Yeah. Everything is right. But in one of the teachings, Srila Prabhupada says, self-realization means two things. First, realizing ourselves, as you all said, that we are not this body, we are a spirit soul. And second thing, a realization of the Supreme Self. The self-realization. One is to realize who we are and then realize Krishna. But in that case, first we have to realize who Krishna is. Because once you try to know who Krishna is, then by trying to know Krishna is, you will know who you are. Prabhupada gives an example, like we are in the room, okay, and it's completely pitch dark. What are you going to do? You need to see yourself who you are. So it is impossible to see you. First, you will see, let me see who am I? Because you are in the darkness, you cannot see. So your first step is you go and look for the light. You turn on the light. When the light is on, then you can see yourself and you can see other things around in the room. So Krishna is a light. Krishna, Surya Sama, Maya Bhaya, Andhakara. So as soon as you look forward toward Krishna, because Krishna is light, okay? Tamsomar Jyotirgama. So as soon as you go to the light, you start seeing, oh, he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then you start seeing, oh, I am his servant. I am his part and parcel. So that's why it's more important to know that. And as we read the previous verse, in the translation, it says, all the great sages said, dear Dhruva, O son of King Uttanapada, may the Supreme Personality of Godhead known as Sharanga Dhanva who relieves the distress of his divorced, his skill, or your threatening enemies. The holy name of the Lord is as powerful as the Lord himself. Therefore, simply by chanting and hearing the holy name of the Lord, many men can be fully protected from fiery death without difficulty. That's what he did. Dhruva, he didn't mental concoct anything by himself. Let me find out what's the solution. The more important thing I would like to emphasize in today's class is that he completely surrendered to the Mahajanas. He didn't concord anything by his own. Oh, let me find out, let me see what is the solution. No, as soon as he saw he was in the illusion, Lord sent the devotees and they gave him the solution, he immediately accepted it without any argument. Because the whole conclusion is what? The holy name. Even though we read in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it says, Tirtayat, Dhyaito, Vishnu, Tretayat, Yajato Makhe, Dwaparam Paricharya, Kalautar Dhari, Kirtanat. Even though in that Satya Yuga is what? What is the process?
Meditation.
Meditation, okay? One thing. Treta,
Yajna.
Yagya. Dwapar,
Deity worship.
deity worship. But don't forget, without the holy name, these things are incomplete. Even though he was in Satya Yuga, Dhruva Maharaj, okay? When he was walking, he met the bona fide spiritual master, Narada Muni. The first thing he asked him to do what? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So he gave the mantra. And then he asked him to perform Ashtanga Yoga, the process. He was there. Okay, and slowly, as you see, as he was realizing in his practice, he was becoming mature in his practice. He was giving up all other Ashtanga Yogas. Okay, he forgot to eat for some days. He was eating dry fruits and fruit, whatever. Then air. See the power of his practice, that he pushed the earth. He pushed the earth with his spiritual practice, and he choked the air of the whole universe. Even the demigods cannot breathe. So the holy name was always existing in all the time. It's not that, okay, meditation was there, sacrifice was there, everything was there. Even though if you see Srila Prabhupada many times has said, these things are rituals. Bhagavad Vidhi and Pancharatrika Vidhi. In the beginning, we have to take the step of both because they both are our crutches. So we have to walk on a spiritual life. But ultimately, you have to come to the conclusion where you take the complete shelter of the holy name. Okay, another example, Shukracharya in Canto 8, where Bali Maharaj pastime was there. Okay, Bali Maharaj surrendered everything. Everything was sorted out. He went to his home. Then Lord Vishnu got into Shukracharya's case, because he doesn't want to insult in front of Bali Maharaj, because he was his disciple. If any senior does, they don't chastise their senior, okay, in front of everybody. They take them onto the side or in a quiet room. So when everybody left, then Lord Vishnu says, come here. Okay. If he was surrendering everything to me, you are a Shukracharya, you are well versed, and he has Sanjeevani mantra. He can bring the life back into the body. He was that powerful. He says, if you know all the conclusion that I am the conclusion of everything, I'm the essence of the, why did you stop him? Then he apologizes. And in his prayer, he says that Tantrascha, Mantrascha Chidram, Desha Kala Arha Vastutaha, Sarvam Karoti Nishchidram Anusankirtanam Tava. That there will be always discrepancy in worshipping, okay, in arranging the paraphernalia, coming on the time to worship the Lord, and getting the many other things. There will be always, it will never be perfect. But as soon as your holy names being chanted, everything becomes neutral. If you see, Srila Prabhupada, when he was installing many temples, okay, opening temples, installing deities, and many other things, just for to keep the mouth shut of the Smarta Brahmanas, he was asking them, okay, you do your rituals. But along with that, he also made a rule, Harinam should be going on. Because the Harinam is the one, because they know in this Kali Yuga, people cannot chant the mantra, the rituals mantra properly. Because until unless you don't chant it, it doesn't fructify. It gives you a fire back. Krishna Balaram temple, the famous one. Prabhupada said we don't need it. But because he was bringing all the Westerners and the local people, the Samartha Brahmanas, they were not accepting them due to their lack of knowledge that holy name is everything. They were thinking only the Brahmana born in a Brahmana family can be considered as a Brahmana. But they have forgotten. Okay, by into the initiation, even the Chandalas or dog eaters, they can also become a Vaishnava. Brahmana already included in the Vaishnava, but they don't have this higher knowledge. So what they said, okay, let them call, let them do. But along with the side, he says, let should be a roaring kirtan going on. And on his sannyasa ceremony, also, if you know this pastime, okay, Akinchana Das Babaji, he narrates the story very beautifully. When Srila Prabhupada was taking a sannyasa, then the ritual was going on. And the priest who was sitting there, because he just wanted to chant the mantras. But the Harinam was going on. He many times he stopped them. Slow down, slow down, slow down. I'm chanting the mantra, I'm chanting the mantra. And Prabhupada is telling, go up, go up, go up, go up. Because he knew that very well. Because, and Akinchana Prabhupada says, when I saw him, that how much he has faith on the holy name, only he can spread the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the whole world. That's why Srila Prabhupada did it. Because until unless you don't have a full faith on holy name, you cannot chant it with the love and devotion. Because the devotion has to be there. Full surrender to the holy name. There's no difference between Krishna and his holy name. Even in Harinama, Chintamani, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he says that he's quoting Haridas Thakur. He says, he was saying in Nam Sama Vastu Nahi E Bhave Samsare Nam Se Param Dhan Krishna Bhandare. Means that in this material world or in spiritual world, there is nothing equal to the holy name. Okay? In Krishna's treasure, that is the only precious gem he is hiding and is bringing it out and giving it to others in the form of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who gave the arrow to Dhruva Maharaj to fight against the illusory energy? Who gave? Lord Narayana himself. And who gave us the Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, he gave him the arrow to shoot against Maya. He gave us the arrow to shoot against the Maya. His bow was there. Our bow is our chanting bag. Okay, this is our bow. We just need to pull it. Pull the beads out, pull the Sakshi beads out, and just bang, 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 bang. Now, one time, somebody asked Radha Govind Maharaj, he says, Maharaj, even though if you guys all have to do 2 hours chanting, then why do you hang around with your neck bead all the time? Maharaj gives an example. It is just like a soldier on the border. He only has to fight once a month, once in a year, once a while. But a war can be start anytime. So he has to get ready with his gun. Okay. As soon as we see we are in illusion, so always stick with your gun. Bullets are there, 108. Okay, guns are there, your bead bag, and start shooting the Maya. And that's how we can overcome. But you need to have a full faith on the holy name. All our acharyas has done this. Examples are thoroughly given everywhere. Prahlad Maharaj, Prachetas, everybody is empowered by the holy name of the Lord. Okay, but what we need to do, we shouldn't have to pick any holy name what we want to like it. It has been already mentioned in the Vedic scriptures and empowered by the Vedic mantras. The mantra has to be pure. And when we think, what do you mean by pure here? The mantra itself is pure. What does it mean that we need to get the pure mantra? What does it mean, pure? No, not exactly what I'm looking for. Free from, not really.
Bona fide.
Bona fide way. That you have to receive the mantra in a proper bona fide. That's it's been called pure. Yes, Prabhupada gives an example of a milk. If milk, what it is a nectar. Yes, it nourishes your body, it nourishes your mind like grossly and subtly, everything. But as soon as it's been touched by the lips of a snake, even though it looks like a milk, but if you drink it, what will happen to you? Ram Nam Satya. Okay, but that's why it's very important to take the mantra in a pure way, because until now it is not, because when this mantra is given to you, it has got the blessings of the Mahajans, of all the gurus. How did you get? I got it from my guru. Who? How did he get? He got from his guru. That's how the parampara, and it comes all the way from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the parampara, so the mantra has to be pure here. And even though Krishna saying this material world is full of problem, but he also gave us the solution. Which Srila Prabhupada writes here, Mam evaye prapadyante mayam etam tarante devi esha gunamayi mam maya duratteya. Mam evaye prapadyante mayam etam tarante. This is 7.14 Bhagavad Gita. But he's saying this material energy is divine. We say it's bad. It's bad, yeah? We say Maya, 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 Maya is bad. What do you mean by Maya? How do you say what is Maya?
Illusion. Which is not.
Which is not. Okay, one answer. What do you mean by Maya?
Illusion.
Huh?
Illusion and
Illusory energy of Krishna, okay. But Krishna is saying divine. Devi. Devi means divine energy. She's my divine energy. So how can she's been bad, as a bad character? She's serving Krishna on the order of Krishna. That's pretty good. When we say, Prabhuji, you are in Maya. Prabhuji, means Maya we see in a negative concoctions. Maya, Maya, Maya. What is Maya? But Lord is saying, she is my divine energy. She is my part. It is only one energy is there, Yog Maya and Mahamaya. Yog Maya, until unless that same energy is in spiritual world, it is Yog Maya. As soon as it comes into the material world, it takes the form of Mahamaya. Okay, but she is divine. Maya Adakshena, she's working under my supervision, my eyes supervision. Mam eva ye prapan, the person who surrenders upon me, mayam etam tarantite, then I can only, because she is mine. Okay, and I know I can tell you how to handle her. But when we talk about Maya, when you say your wife is Maya, husband is Maya, kids Maya, job is Maya, wealth is Maya, we say it's a wrong conception is going on in the market to understand what is Maya. Anything we used in our service, that is Maya. Anything has been used in the service of Krishna, that's called devotional service. If you have wife, if you have husband and kids and wealth, if you are utilizing everything, then where is Maya? A wife is not a Maya. There are only two people are here, men and women. Soul has no gender. Only just due to karma, it takes the form into a female. It could be any species. Take in the form as a male, it could be in any species. So soul has no gender. Due to the karma, they moves around here and there. But anything you utilize is for your seva, for your sense gratification, that things become Maya. Because it's not other party is Maya, it's your own mind, your own consciousness is Maya. That you are utilizing for your own sense gratification. For that purpose, Lord is saying, Mayam etam prapadyante, surrender into me. Then only I can help you out. Because she is mine, you are also mine, and you are thinking she's troubling you. So let me give you some solution how you can come over. And the solution is the holy name. Okay. And second thing, here Prabhupada writes, it's about Sango Pangastram. Okay. That Krishna also gave a astra. Sangha means there are three words: Sangha, Upanga, and Astra. Sangha, associates like Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Prabhu, Srinivas Prabhu, and Gadadhar Prabhu. Okay. And Upanga means servitors, like servants, like others. And Astra means Hare Krishna Mahamudra. That's the only Astra we have. Because the problem is we are the product of this Kali Yuga. We are the product of this Kali Yuga, and we have been downloaded with beautiful software. And the software is Bodily is there. There's a verse in Canto 1 or 2. It defines the characteristics of a Kali Yuga people. Prayena alpa ayushya kalo yasmin yuge jana manda sumanda matyo manda bhagyahi pateta. Okay, the age is very less, and then intelligence is not there. Okay, and we are always quarreling, and we are always disturbed. Even nobody disturb us. If we don't get disturbed, then we think we are in a problem. Because we need to check, because we are the part of the Kali Yuga, and we need to be meant to be disturbed by any means. If it's not there, that means the software is not downloaded properly in you. Have you ever seen you try to do anything in your life because the bhagya is not there? Means always misfortune. Okay, as soon as you try to do something, the luck is not there. Why? Due to our sinful activities, whatever we have done previously, because everything is upside down here. So it says, as soon as you bow down towards the Lord, so whatever is down, it becomes up. Like it is upside, down and up. But as soon as you do, then up becomes, down becomes down, up becomes up. So that is everything is there, solution is there. But the problem is we are not fully convinced by that. It can only be possible when we are in the association, because association is very, very important. Okay, association is very, very important. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's being so humble, taking a role of a conditioned soul in this material world. He said to Prakashananda Saraswati, when he asked, what kind of a sannyasi are you? Look at yourself. Sannyasi is meant to be reading Vedanta. Okay, but you are like a crazy man, chanting and dancing. Not even you are making everybody like that. Then he answers them. My spiritual master sees me as a fool. I cannot read because I don't have intelligence to understand the Vedic scriptures. So he gave me this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So when I got this, when I chanted, after chanting, I went to see my spiritual master and I asked him, what was the verse? Kibe mantra dile gosahi, kibe tara bala, japate japete mantra, karile pagala. What kind of mantra have you given, oh my spiritual master? The more I chant, the more I become mad in ecstasy. Then by hearing this result, the spiritual master started dancing. He says, you have achieved the result of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra to become mad in the love of Krishna. So you are already showing it. So the possibilities are there. Srila Prabhupada, showed Srila Prabhupada, many disciples who left the world, or those who are on the planet, and their followers, they are exactly showing it. It does work. Otherwise, how in such an early age, we all and many other are coming and joining this movement? Whether you know or you don't know the meaning, how it will work, it will do its job. Hare Krishna Mantra has been considered as an Aushadhi. Aushadhi means medicine. It has no hard and fast rule. You can chant anywhere. Kirtaniyo, Sadahari, Shahe toilet mein kari ya bathroom mein kari. Okay? Because there is no hard and fast rule. You can do it anywhere. That's why it's been called great. No other mantra has been called Maha Mantra. They've just been called mantras. It's just called mantras. But why it's been says Maha? What do you mean by Maha? The topmost? Great. We say Mahabharat. Yeah? The great means the father of all the mantras, the origin of everything. Even the sound, if you read Canto 5, 2, 3, the whole glorification is there. This whole world has come out of sound. Sound. When Krishna played the flute and the sound came, and that's where the whole creation came. Ved Mata. The whole thing has come out of there. I don't know if you can watch it on YouTube. Even the science has discovered it. Yes, through sounds, the many galaxy has come. So what they have done, they took a speaker, they put some powder on it or something there, some sprinkle, and they played the music. Okay, and with the music, it was just passing around. So it was making a stars like that. First of all, they were like plain. So as soon as the sound came, just start making different things. And the scientist says it exactly matches with the galaxy. It exactly matches with the galaxy. So slowly, they are coming closer to say yes. It's coming closer to the Vedic scriptures or whatever the scripture has been. It's been getting proven. But the problem is we don't have the holy name. Canto 6, the full glorification of the holy name is there. Ajamil was there. Okay, what is the power? The person who is knowingly or unknowingly is chanting, same result. Same result. But the problem is when we understand, now you can see how much is the anarthas are there in our heart. Before joining, we didn't even know how much lusty we are, how much greedy we are, how much angry we are, how much mad we are. We think we are a part of this world. We are normal. Other people are crazy. But as soon as we start cleaning, Cheto Darpan Majnam, that things are coming out and it's completely showing, am I that bad? Sometimes when people say, when we used to go for interviews, we say, I'm very sincere, I'm very down to earth, I'm very friendly. So many things we used to write. And all the interviewer nowadays is all rubbish. The real thing comes when you are put into the atmosphere, in a heavy atmosphere to work on, that you show your craziness. How dare you to touch my table or my file? We go just on and on. I just finished my Canto 10, and Srila Prabhupada writes that the sixth anarthas, they were like, Vasudev's sons. They were like Vasudev's sons because they have been killed, and Balramji came, he made a space for Krishna to come in there. Because how come Krishna comes in our heart until unless we already got the six tenants in our heart? How can he come and stay? You already got six people living in your heart, and you want Krishna, please come. Swagatam, Suswagatam Krishna. How can he comes? He says, there is no room for me. There is no room for me. So how can I come and just sit over there? First, you need to do some cleaning. When we call any guest in our house, we can see them. Bharam, my friend, he was saying, Prabhuji, please, you can come here every 6-7 days, like four times a month. He says, why? I says, when you people come, then my wife clean the house. If any guest comes, so what we do? We try to, sort out the couch, the bed, and cleaning, put the pencils, books, everything. Oh, Prabhu, you stop me, let's leave. If somebody come, you call them, and everything is like dirty, then what is the impression? It says, where I'm gonna sit. It's a dishonor. That's why first we need to take all the enemies out. Enemies will only go away. Enemies will only go away by using this acid, Hare Krishna Mahamantra acid, because they are deep root and thickened over there. Even in Manha Siksha, verse number 5 and 6, if you read, Raghunath Goswami say, even though if these six enemies are defeated by you, still there is one there. It's very difficult to. Lust is already there, Mother. The sixth, the seventh one. Prestige. It says that may in future, by your strong practice, may you can come over the sixth enemy. First of all, it's very difficult to come over. Okay, even though if you come over, still there is one is there, which is called prestige. And Raghunath Das Goswami, he compares it, prestige compared to the bathing in the donkey's hot urine. how disgusted it is. Hypocrisy, deceit. You know, don't you know I've been practicing for 40 years? I should be honored first. I should be given the first garland. I should be given the first call to do kirtan. I should be given the first plate to eat. Many other, we are also part of that. If you see, we are in the movement for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, somewhere we think, sometimes I say, Prabhuji, how old are you in the movement and how old are you doing this? We get the information, then internally we are meditating. They must surrender into me. I will teach them how to go back to God because I am the one who took Avtara. This material world. That's nowhere we can judge ourselves. I'm not saying we need to go and just take the specs and see everybody. Oh, Prabhu, you are like that. It is meant for us because this knowledge is meant. We need to check ourselves. Nobody will give you the certificate. You are a Paramahamsa. You have to give yourself where you stand. Am I really fulfilling or proving the name given to me as a Dasa or Dasi or Bossa or Bossy? It's very heavy. It's not so easy to come over. It's my regular practice, but still regular practice. Let it be happen. Let it be happen. Let it be happen. The more you will do, the more you will see how our consciousness is getting clear and clear and clear. How many of you have been washed the pots? A pots which is burnt. How many of you? All of us, maybe ladies have done at home. But here, in one of the temple, it was a paper on a Sunday feast that somebody made a joke. The team, one who cooks, comes for cooking on Sunday, they always burn every pot. Okay, almost because when you are cooking for 1,000 people, it is naturally that it will be burnt. But they have a history for last 25 years to doing that. Okay, but they say one time they were trying to burn the water. I just cracked the joke. But if you have ever tried to wash that pot, that in the thickness, the more you try to clean, the more the dirt comes out. You put water, you empty, and then again the more you do, the more dirt it comes. But you need to do hard work to make it clean for the next time to be used for cooking. If you leave it, what will happen? It will spoil the whole preparation. That is our heart. Soft. Okay, coming is but if you really have to take the dirt out, you have to go more deeper into that. You have to use your muscles. Okay, if you go beyond your comfort zone, you can see the result. If you are in the comfort zone, you will get what you are hankering for. How many of you been to the gym? All of us, yeah, mostly sooner or later. Have you ever used barbells? Use that? Okay. One time when I was young, 19 years old, I just started doing it. Okay. My coach came, he just said, we were like 4 or 5 friends. So say, how many reps can you do? One says I can do 5, one day I can do 8, one day I can do 9. But I had still I have a very thick false ego. I just want to keep myself on the top. I said 12, I can do, but I can do 10 kg. Because they were saying 5 kg, 6 kg barbells. But I just put myself on the top. And he says, okay, do. Everybody did. Then he asked me, I said, do. I did, easily 10. He says, okay, can you do 3 for me more? But I was tired, when you reach 1, 2, 3, you're tired. And you show, yes, I did very easily 10. Then he said, can you do more 5? I said, okay. 1, 11, 12, okay, 13, 14. I'm in pain. He says, can you do another 5? I said, oh, okay, I try because I have my head up. Okay, 16, 17, 18, 19, just to show up. Okay, I did it. No, do 2 more. And when I left that, my biceps was vibrating, like that. It was vibrating. He says, Ki, you have to do more than your comfort zone. That's what he told me that time. Because it was easy to do 10, 12, and 30, you did it. But when you try to do 13, 14, 15, and 20, above that, then you can feel the pain. And then you drop it, you can see the result. Your biceps are getting bigger. That's where the spiritual life is easy to say. Guru Maharaj, 16. But the promise is minimum 16, not maximum 16. So the bar is 16. It is easy to go. The real pain comes when you go for 17, 18, 19. And I tell you what, for so many years of my practice, in 15 years, I found I start, feeling the taste after 16. Because the pressure is not there in my mind. I know, I promised to my spiritual master 16, the quota is done. Now without the, pressure, I'm chanting like 17, 18, 19. And I think, is that what the chanting looks like? That's what it tastes like? Oh my God, that's so we are going out of our comfort zone. That's what Krishna says. He doesn't see what you have given to him, he sees how much you are hiding. Because he wants full surrender. He wants completely full surrender. That's what the holy name is. It was easy. Okay, something is not doing. If somebody is not doing, we just encourage them. Wonderful, Prabhu. Mata, you did 1 round, 2 round, 5 round. Wonderful. But somewhere we need to grow. The standard is, Lord standard is? No. What is Lord standard? Satatam kirtayanto mam. Prabhuji, 16 round is not a standard of the Lord. It is a huge discount of his pure devotee. That's his discount. Okay, it is standard of the Lord is Satatam Kirtayanto Mam. Satatam, 24 hours. Bhasisthanta Maharaj says, if somebody is not chanting 64 round, I see him as a fallen, even the householders also. He said that, that is the standard, 64. But now Prabhupada brought it because it says is on his own words. Okay, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam and many other literature, if something is there in the Vedic scripture, that is true. Even if my devotee says something, even though if it's not in the Vedic scripture, so I will prove the words of my devotee. But devotee never say anything out of the context of Vedic scripture. He says, but there are some special concession he gives, but we should not take the advantage of those concessions. We need to really work hard to finish as quickly. See, you guys have worked so hard to build this temple, yes? You paid your hard money. That this temple belongs to you. And you all live very close by here. So why don't you take the advantage? Come every day. It's not just only Ekadashi festival. Every day is a festival for us. Like a father, father gives a chocolate to the son. Son, if you go to the school, I will give you chocolate, every day. But what does it mean to do that? Does it is really goal to get the chocolate? If the boy is already going to the school, what is going to do with the chocolate? Because he has understood his higher purpose. If I will study, I will become a good man, I will get a good job, and I will do some contribution to my family and to the society. The boy's whole life is only for the chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. I mean, it is just to give you a startup. Dhakka start, just to start you up. But whole life, mama chocolate, 20 years old, 25 mama chocolate. What is this? 1 year, 2 year in our bhakti, senior Vaishnava, they push us, bring some plate to you, some cake to you as soon as you walk in, something is flowery, flowery. And after 5 years, you say, what happened now? Yeah, no one asked me now. No plate, no cake, no sweet, no one asked me. What's going on? It was your honeymoon period. So that period is over. It can't be all the time. You need to do a self-start. You need to be encouraged to do that, not just all the time to come and ask for the plate. And of course, this is all there. Some dhoti set is there, some bead bag set is there. But what happened? I have to pay for myself now to buy all these things. But I used to get in the beginning. So that was the carrot in front of to get you to the bhakti level. Okay, so so it's 9:15. If anybody has any questions, I would like to answer them. Of course, today is Ekadashi, Madhav Tirthi, Bhakti Janini. So make sure to as much as round, as much as seva, as much as reading, and and try not to criticize or be critical towards anyone, and see the power. I mean, we need to be very strong in our words, because it says here as soon as you start chanting the holy name, Krishna dances on your tongue. Yes? And our tongue is considered in Vedic scripture as a snake. Always open, spits the poison. Breaks the relationship, breaks everything. Krishna dances on Kaliya. He took all the poison out. And at the end, Kaliya started glorifying the Lord. Okay? So let Krishna dance on your tongue as much as open your dance floor for him. Let him dance. The more he will dance, the more poison will come out, and at the end, you will be crystal clear to go back to Bhrama. Online, if anybody can.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Really liked the point on Maya that you spoke today.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. No question? Just a comment? Just go.
That means no doubts.
I think she has one. Are we using the mic or no? Just
You can. Yeah, Mataji, please. Your question?
Hey, go ahead. Go ahead.
बोलने सुन रही था पीछे में.
Okay, no problem. We can hear it.
Simply, we know that God will allow the two devotees to teach us some lessons is for the conditioned soul that
Yeah.
we put in those devotees with suffering.
Hmm.
But is there any other reason for that?
But there are many reasons, because whenever Krishna does, he doesn't shoot one arrow to one target. With one arrow, he shoots many targets. So whatever you say, it is right. The second opinion is Krishna wants to set an example in front of the world in any condition. In any condition, we have to fulfill our spiritual duties. In chanting the holy name, serving, whatever is there. So in any condition. So material situations are flickering. They are temporary. They will come and go according to your karma. But your spiritual duty, it shouldn't be hampered. If you see the life of our great saints in Srila Prabhupada, disciples, they have going through many problems, physical problem or some managerial problem, this and that. But their spiritual activities, the duties, they are not letting it down, even though they are increasing it. Kunti Maharani is saying, Krishna, when there was problems, you was with me or with us. And now the problems are gone, you are going. This is not fair. Let all the calamities come again. So at least when they are there, you are with us. So this is the highest standard of worshipping the Lord. Don't leave us. But what we do, Krishna, I have a problem, solve this. When he goes away, you also go away. Okay. So the problem is that when we see this type of people, we must take the lessons from them. How come going through with so much problem, they're still worshipping? But the problem is, if you read more into Bhagavatam, it says, Tatte anukampa susuvikshmana bhunjana evatma kritam vipakam itvar prapurvi vididhan namaste jivete ye mukti pade sadaya bhag. It's an anukampa of the Lord. Krishna, you may have chosen somebody else to set an example. You can choose anybody, but thank you for choosing me. If you see, in a Dwarka pastime, even still now, when Lord was there, presently on the earthly planet, every day, all the demigods, 33 crore demigods, they every day come and take the darshan of the Lord. And they are lined up outside the gate. Yes, just to see the Lord. But how unfortunate we are living next door, we don't even come every day to see the Lord. Even the demigods lined up every day, they leave their abode and they come. Or sometimes people living in the temple also, they don't come down. What to speak about the people living on the next door. So this is our misfortune. Every day they are coming. So because they feel ki, okay, Krishna may choose everybody, anyone to do the job. If he has chosen us, so we should be very grateful to him and we should do, oh my Lord, completely surrendering at your lotus feet. Thank you for choosing me. I am fortunate my existence you have completed. My whole ancestors are being purified. Thank you, my Lord. Yeah. My spiritual master he says that inattentive chanting is also an offense. Yes, be here. But he adds up inattentive service is also an offense. Service Krishna can choose anybody to do. Only just by his will things can be done. But if he has given to us to purify us, not to purify him. We say, Krishna, I'm doing this to purify you. Come on, he is giving us to purify us. He can do anything like that. So we need to see. I mean, when the person who has not matured in the bhakti, they see, that's why I don't do, worshipping the Lord Krishna, because Krishna gives all the problem. Look at the person, how is he suffering? But ask the person, Krishna gave, he's not saying anything. The person who is going through, he's not saying anything. And you have nothing to do, you are outside, you are saying, look at them, so much problem. But he's in bliss. For him, it's bliss because he's like, sleeping, talking, walking, always chanting the holy name, always thinking about the. So this requires practice. Abhyasena tu konteya vairagya cha grihiyate. Okay, everyday practice, you become perfect. But practice should not be stopped. It should be go on. Even though there will be some problem. Bhagavad Gita 18.48, Lord says to Arjuna, a very famous verse. What is that? Sahajam karma kaunteya tadosham api na tajet sarva ramba hi doshena dhuma agnir evarita. Means there will be always some fault performing your duties. Don't be bothered. Don't stop. Keep doing it. One day you will become perfect. The way the fire is hidden by cloud or smoke. Okay, so the problem is there. But you should not stop. You have to keep doing it. Perfection only comes when you keep your activity in a practice every day, like playing instrument, playing mridanga, khalsa. The person who started doing first time, nothing on the beat. Okay, but over the period of practicing for so many years, he becomes perfect. But how did he do that? Because it's so much hard work is there behind the scene. 2 hours, 3 hours every day. So that's why because the final exam is our death. Okay, final exam is our death. So don't be afraid. So practice, it has to be done every day. I'm pretty much sure all of us has gave our exams in our life. Every class requires 4-5 sets of exams whole year. In May, in September, in December, in March, and there's a February, there's a final take. So these tests are to remind us, am I stopping my mala? Am I stopping my service? To see anything happens in the world, first we do, we stop all our spiritual activity. Stop going to the program, stop going to do the temple, stop talking to the, Vaishnava. We think if everything is okay, then I'm gonna go. It will never be okay. It will never be okay. You have to keep doing it. Whether it's there, it's not there, your eternal relationship with the Lord, it's always there. Anything else?
No.
Prabhu, I can't hear you. Your volume is very low, or maybe my volume is very low. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Nandaniketan, Prabhu.
Nandaniketan. Prabhu here. Nandaniketan said, Prabhu, one thing actually, you spoke amazing, and especially I'm feeling they're directly talking from your heart.
No,
Many points. Especially when you mentioned that the taste comes after 16 in rounds. But also sometimes the proud on that aspect of, okay, I'm doing more than 16 or anything like that. What kind of consciousness we need to maintain, because if the as soon as we are pride on that, then we lose the taste again. We can't even chant our extra rounds also.
No, Prabhu, as I said, Sarva Ramba hi doshena. Dosha is there, it will be there. Just keep doing. Don't worry about your pride and everything. At least you are conscious about your pride. I mean, it's not you, I'm saying particularly, if somebody is conscious about their pride, it's a great advancement. At least he can see his fault. Okay, this is my fault. Sooner or later, it will be cured. Okay? Disease is there, it will be cured. So your point is just speak and hear, chant and hear. That's it. It will probably go away in the association. Nashta Paraishu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavat Seveya. So every day seva to the Bhagavatas. One is book Bhagavata, means listening to the Srimad Bhagavatam every day and serving to the Vaishnavas. So you are doing it every day. See, we can see ourselves how far we have come, what we were and how far we have come through. So it's a great achievement. So we should be proud on that one, but not that proud means not in a negative sense, just proud in the sense, yes, I am a devotee of the Lord. I am maintaining my promises to my spiritual master, so I should be proud of that one, People are proud of their cars, their wealth, their spouses, their kids, their name and fame. So why not we should be proud that we are the servant of the Lord? We are chanting, At least I am coming out of my conditioning. I used to never chant anything. I started with 1 round. I became into 16 rounds and now I'm going more. So it's an advancement. So just check yourself. Okay.
Thank you so much, man. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai, Jai Gaur Premanande.
Param Bhrama Prabhu ji ki
Prabhupada